Hi, my name is Julio Rivera. I'm an activist, journalist, adventurer, veteran, television presenter, and businessman. I've covered many of the major historical events going on around the world over the past several years, and after watching regime changes, conflict, and historic elections globally, I've come to the conclusion that the most underreported crisis in the world today can be defined in only one word: malware. That's why I've decided to dedicate my time to educating people everywhere and exposing the dangers that exist on the devices that we've become tethered to and depend on for so many reasons in our day-to-day life. Welcome to This Week in Malware. On This Week in Malware, we'll be covering OFOQ and OFLG Ransomware join the ever-growing Djvu Ransomware family, and Adnxs.com may be associated with potentially unwanted programs, adware, and browser hijackers. The Djvu Ransomware family and its variants have been a constant in the malware world, and the gang strikes again with OFOQ Ransomware. Like other associated strains of the prominent malware threat, this ransomware locks files and then demands a ransom fee to restore file access. Ransomware can be distributed via software bundles, so if you tend to download freeware or pirated apps distributed via torrent or cracked software sites, you may end up installing threats like OFOQ Ransomware. OFOQ Ransomware locks most of the popular file types, including photos, music, documents, and videos. During the file encryption process, OFOQ Ransomware adds the .OFOQ extension to affected files and leaves a ransom note on the user's desktop and in every folder that contains encrypted files. Unfortunately, an online decryption tool that can unlock encrypted files is not currently available. The only reliable way to recover infected files is to restore them from a backup. Victims can also attempt to use alternative data recovery options, but there's no guarantee that alternative data recovery tools will be able to unlock all the encrypted files. Once downloaded and installed, OFOQ Ransomware employs the AES encryption algorithm to lock up target files. It then demands a ransom in exchange for decryption key. The decryption key costs $980, but the ransomware's operators will offer a 50% discount and only charge $490 if the victim contacts them within the first 72 hours after infection. The hackers can be contacted at restorealldata@firemail.cc and gorentos@bitmessage.ch or at the Telegram account @datarestore. We discourage establishing contact with the hackers, however, and there's no guarantee that they'll provide decryption tools after payment or even communicate with you. How do I deal with the OFOQ ransomware infection? To protect yourself from OFOQ ransomware, you should invest in a reputable malware remediation tool to regularly scan for elements associated with this troublesome ransom infection. Additionally, to mitigate possible damages in the event of a malware attack, you should also back up your files on an external hard drive or cloud storage. OFLG ransomware is yet another dangerous infection that is appeared under the ever-growing umbrella of the Djvu Ransomware family. Like other related variants, it infects computers and then locks users' files, including documents, music, pictures, video files, and others. Once the encryption is complete, the hackers behind OFLG Ransomware demand a ransom for a decryptor that would supposedly help you regain access to your data. If your computer has been infected with OFLG Ransomware, you should immediately disconnect any other devices from the compromised machine to prevent further spread of the infection. During the encryption, OFLG Ransomware appends files with the telltale .OFLG extension. Users will then find a ransom note on the computer's desktop titled _readme.txt. This note instructs victims to contact the hackers at restorealldata@firemail.cc and gorentos@bitmessage.ch or at the Telegram account @datarestore. In the ransom note, the hackers offer to decrypt one file for free to prove that they can restore all files upon receiving payment. The ransom note instructs victims to pay $980 or $490 in Bitcoin. The lower ransom price depends on whether or not the contact is made within the first 72 hours after the attack. Unfortunately, a free online decryption tool that could restore the encrypted files is not available at the moment. The only reliable way to recover affected files is to restore them from a backup. You can also try using alternative data recovery options, but there's no guarantee that alternative data recovery tools can unlock all the encrypted files. How do I deal with the OFLG ransomware attack? To protect yourself from the OFLG ransomware attack, you should practice safe web browsing habits like refraining from opening email attachments from unknown senders and downloading programs from unreliable sources. You should also have a reputable malware remediation tool installed on your computer. That way you could regularly scan for elements associated with this troublesome ransomware infection and other malware. Also, to reduce the potential damage of a future ransomware infection, please consider backing up your files on an external hard drive or cloud storage. Adnxs.com is an advertising service site that may be associated with potentially unwanted programs, adware, and browser hijackers that is used by website publishers to generate revenue for their operators. Undesirable programs like the ones that are associated with Adnxs.com are known to redirect users to Adnxs.com and display ads, which can include advertisements for unwanted Chrome extensions, surveys, adult websites, online web games, fake software updates, as well as other unwanted programs. Some website publishers use advertising services to generate revenue on their sites by redirecting users to websites like Adnxs.com. Adnxs.com pop-ups may show up on your computer because a browser hijacker, an adware application, or a potentially unwanted program was installed on your computer, possibly via software bundling. In other cases, users may have visited a questionable website that was designed to redirect to this page. In many cases, the advertisements will appear constantly, and it will seem impossible to turn them off. Such browser behavior may inadvertently expose the affected user to potentially unreliable content. Some of the programs associated with Adnxs.com may have data tracking capabilities that allow them to collect personally non-identifiable information that can be used to generate custom commercial ads based on users' online likes and preferences. How do I remove adware, browser hijackers, and pups from my computer? We strongly recommend removing adware, browser hijackers, and pups associated with such sites as Adnxs.com. You should scan for and remove unwanted software from your computer by using a reputable malware remediation tool. To prevent the installation of potentially unwanted programs in the future, you should practice good web surfing habits like avoiding questionable freeware sites, torrent pages, and other websites that may host unreliable software. You know, as I think about the dangers that exist online, not unlike the subjects we learned about in this video, I know I feel a lot better having an anti-malware program like Spy Hunter installed in my PC, providing me the protection I need against malware, and I think you should too. Spy Hunter 5's strongest features are found in its malware repair capabilities. Spy Hunter 5's remediation algorithms dive deep into your system to remove and address complex malware issues affecting PCs today. While many anti-malware products only flag and quarantine malware and ultimately fail to fully remediate the root problem, the Spy Hunter 5 remediation algorithm detects, quarantines, and programmatically repairs malware problems on your PC. Spy Hunter 5 is a powerful PC utility that repairs malware threats in many cases where other competing anti-malware and antivirus programs may fail. To detect and remove malware for free, go to enigmasoftware.com and download Spy Hunter today. Thanks for watching.